Good morning everyone, this video is about the EC6 and EC7 and the significance for our shareholders. So in the back you see this is our ET5, which is very slowly charging here in this parking garage. We made it now all the way down from Germany to Italy, so you can see the beautiful landscape here in the background. And I'll do another video a little bit more about our experience with the ET5. Just a little bit of a spoiler here. It opened an entire different new world in my perception of NIO and the ET5. I think there's lots of misconception about the ET5 out there. After driving it and comparing it to our previous 2 times of owning the ET7, I think there's lots to debunk here. Anyways, that's not topic of this video. Here I will talk about this latest models that are coming out. The EC6 now is on pre-order and will be available from September 15th. Right now, no price announcement as far as I am concerned, and still you get some sort of discounts if you are pre-ordering now, and so nice incentives to bump up the sales funnel here. And you know what I always get as kind of a fear, uncertainty and doubt and kind of pushback against this model, the EC6 and the EC7, is that NIO has too many models. And also, what's the difference between the EC6 and the EC7? So let me make a couple of points here. The first one will be that this is possibly not making so much significance for NIO stock, at least not in terms of, similar to the ES6 launch. So we don't expect the large volume because this is more of a niche car in comparison. However, I think the long-term effects, they will be rather substantial because both the EC6 and the EC7, of course, will help to improve margins. Why is that? This is because even though they look like different models, still they will be sharing lots of common parts with the other models. So especially in the interior, but also some other parts. And this will just help to increase the volume slightly and therefore, decreasing the unit cost if you just have more volume where you can spread the cost across. So this is one of the benefits of having that many models, but that's just from the NIO side. Of course, the customer also benefits because especially in a premium to luxury segment, customers are looking for more differentiation. And I often get this type of a pushback like, look, Tesla only has 3 models or 4 or whatever. Why NIO is bringing out so many models and still cannot sell that many cars? Well, you got to take a look at other brands like BMW, Mercedes, which have more than 20 models on offer. And you got to say that still, despite the fact that NIO has many more models than Tesla, it's still quite lean if you compare it to legacy here in terms of how much customization can be made. Even when it comes to configuration, legacy is dealing with many more options. So we can assume that NIO is actually more cost competitive here with even this lineup, and it's sort of expected from the more affluent users because they don't want to necessarily buy something out of the box that looks similar to what's the neighbor driving, right? So I think it's kind of finding the right balance here, and the significance will be that this will help to boost the margins up again. Because what's the significance today with this latest model release is that it marks the end of the transitioning to the NT 2.0 platform. And that should be great news because now finally they can focus on sales. That was apparent in the last earnings call. And now they actually can also figure ways out of selling those very different models, because each of these models has different pain points, addressing different pain points of the customer, has different benefits, has different specs and so on. And some of the users might opt for the more expensive EC7, which has a better suspension and so on and more performance. Others will just go for the a little bit more affordable one, but still it's differentiating from what else is out there, let's say the Teslas of the world and so on. And so now we can finally see this whole lineup in action, hopefully. And NIO should be able now to bring down cost and have more volume with all of these options, and with that having the possible recovery in margins that they have announced in the earnings call and promised us and guided us, right? So this is the significance for today. There will still be challenges, in my opinion. I think the fact that they have 8 models does bring some complication, because some of the lower sellers possibly don't occupy an entire line, and so there might be on and off times, and this, not everything is ideal. I admit that. I think this is a true concern. However, I don't see it as negative as some of the commentators out there who are possibly still having Tesla in their mind when they think about NIO. And once again, especially after driving the ET5, I want to debunk those myths around this car in another video, because too many people have a Model 3 in mind, and this is totally something else than the Model 3. So I hope this is some positive news to start the week for you guys, because this is something to look forward to. Finally, we are over this transition. Now it's all about execution, and I think NIO has a quite competitive offering there. I'm now hoping for a couple of more upgrades when it comes to software and such kind of improvements, and also kind of getting rid of some of these early production mistakes that I've seen, for example, with the ES8 and so on. Because in theory, I mean, these are fantastic cars. They are very, very good quality built. However, in the past, we know NIO was struggling with issues, especially during the pandemic, when the supply chain wasn't organized, and also the ET7 came out with lots of issues. By the way, also lots of those that are in Germany have issues. Mine, so far, fingers crossed, was always great, but I know lots of people who are complaining, and that's not great for a premium to luxury brand. And that's also why I'm very critical if things are happening, or that I notice, like in the Shenzhen showroom of the ES8. This is not what NIO is supposed to do, because they want to compete with the best, and I'll let you know in my next videos whether or not I think they have a shot here with those cars. Now with that, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give this a like, and so you can follow the journey here with the ET5 in Italy, and see you in my next videos for more content around this.